So, hallo. Hello. So, hallo. Hello. Okay, that was a first test if I can hear me because I was starting this stream today for a long time. Did not stream for a month or so because pretty much I was getting into a new job assignment and that took a lot of time. Also now I have two cats in my home, and that also means that I now have a lot of responsibility and building them a really good home where they can feel at home while I'm not there for most of the time when I'm going to my work. It was really much more important for me right now than to continue streaming. So I took a break just for these couple of reasons, but now my next task is going to be to get into my schedule again and into my habit of streaming every now and then at the evening. Now it's getting a little bit harder for me because I don't have as much time as I had before with my new job assignment because I'm not in home office, so it means 2 hours less for me. But later I'm going to be in the home office. I'm also going to have regular holidays, which I did not have before. So this is also a big benefit, and it's going to enable me to make my streams. And on the weekend, I can still get enough time out of my schedule and start streaming. So where did we leave our game? That's a good question. We are doing a lot of stuff here. And something really new is the cat cam here. You can probably see it, the cat cam. Here it is. This is one of my cats. This is Mary. She's really enjoying to sleep above me up there, and she's quite enjoying the view, to be honest. Looking down to me and seeing what I'm doing while just sleeping. Luna is a little bit different. She likes to sleep behind me. She's behind me and sleeping on the ground. She loves to just sleep on the ground, and yeah. Probably if somebody is asking where she is, I'm going to show her to the camera. But right now, let's get going. So is this? No, this is the wrong monitor. This is the right one, I think. Oh, and I see. Okay, I see. This is the wrong setup, I think. I need this monitor, but this is the wrong one. This is the right one. Okay, this is the right setup, and this is the setup for the second monitor, which I actually never use. I'm having my stream and OBS on my second and third screen, and there's nothing on my fourth screen yet, but maybe there's something for later because I haven't set up everything right now how I wish it to be. Because there's also a lot of wiring if you're having new equipment, and I have a lot of new equipment right now. I've got a laptop and new camera and set up everything new. It just takes a lot of time to do it right. I got to do this job and I got all this new equipment and just wanted to test it out as soon as possible. The new laptop, you want to play on it, but then you come home and you realize that you don't have a place to put that stuff on. And I was like, oh yeah, and I need to rewire everything to this laptop now. That I have a station where I can just plug in my laptop, do my stuff at home, plug it out, go to my job, and do my stuff there. And this is really, really essential that I can just plug it in and plug it out, because it takes a lot of time. And when you're going to your work, you have I have a lot of stuff in my head, like, what am I going to do? How do I fix my problems? What bugs am I working on next? And I don't have time to think about how I plug in and plug out my laptop. It has to be on the fly, one plug, get it, and done. It's just how it works. It's just every morning it's repeating, and then it's important to do it right. Okay, speaking of which, we are going to look into the game right now. So, this is a game, I just opened it, and I didn't do anything. However, even though I didn't do anything, I have this problem that there's no error message. Now you might ask, why do I want to see my error messages? That's because the error messages are something that I still left over from last time, and there's some absolute warnings, and I did fix them. Lately when off stream. I was working on my project, and then I realized that I was working on the whole wrong version. So let's go ahead and just get this going, because this is going to be fun. It's not going to take a lot of time, but today is going to be a cleaning session. Yeah, just like you have to clean your room, we are going to clean our code right now. So what is the easiest method to trigger warmings? Oh, these names are horrible. This is a old script. Okay, so first let's just do some cleanup here. These are private. These are two private variables. You always want to separate the private and public variables a little bit. Just is a little bit more handy. Also, this is a German name, and we have one rule. Every time we see a German name, we're going to swap it out and put in an English name. So, where's the rename hotkey? Oh, I don't find it. It's an F2 now. Okay, that's wrong. So, keep in mind, I'm doing the whole setup again. And this is probably going to take a lot of time just to do the setup. But this is the dev stream. This is a developer stream, a real stream. Meaning we are going to do all the nasty stuff, all the stuff that is going to take a lot of work. So I don't remember how I did set the macros. Where are my preferences? Settings. So, key map. And I think I did set it to IntelliJ before. Let's see if I now can use my old hotkeys. Okay, this is the hotkeys I'm used to. Okay, let's not change it too much. The other one is on F2. Renaming this. Now it's Shift F6. And I'm just used to that. And you could argue a lot about which hotkey is better, but no thanks. I don't want to send feedback right now, and I'm not even arguing about that. I don't know. I don't have any good reason to say F2 is better than Shift F6. You can accidentally press F2. I don't think it would happen. Maybe with the cat or something. Yeah, it could happen. But aside from that, I don't think that there's any danger. Now, I have to translate some stuff here, and do we name this in English? It's chain drum. Is it correct? I think. Is chain drum an English word though? Let's look that up. I mean, we're developers, we are unsure about a lot of things, and we can use that to our advantage to make the best solution that we can. Let's see. Chain drum. Is that a thing? No. Okay. And let's translate. And it says chain drum, it's just not in one word. Okay, so the translation is right, it's just not one word. That's all right, I guess. Could be worse. So we are going to use the formally serialized attribute, so we don't lose our references, because it's quite annoying. And I don't know where this is used, so just leave it like that. Correct the names. Now I don't like that this field here. It's looking a little bit odd, to be honest. it's not looking that clean. It doesn't look clean, but it is cleaner than before. So let's just set it up and look into Unity. And now what I expect is Unity to give me warnings. Why is that so? I fixed stuff and now I get warnings, and a lot of warnings. I get 34 warnings for doing nothing. And even worse, these warnings are coming from scripts. If you read out these scripts here, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you believe me that these are different scripts. These scripts have nothing to do with what we just did. So where are these warnings coming from? These warnings are coming every time we recompile. And when we compile, it's going to go through the whole code and check if there's any warnings. Like here, there's a camera, and the camera is this name is forbidden to be used like this. Don't use it. It's bad practice. And I pretty much did this. I didn't know. And this should not be. Okay, let's cancel this. Okay, I didn't know that this camera, that the word is forbidden to be used. Why is it forbidden? Because there's an element in Unity that also says camera, and this just tells me that, hey, you are using a keyword that is already in use for a thing that has nothing to do with what you are doing. So yeah, don't use things that are already defined in Unity. So let's go ahead and change that. So what can we change this? We are referencing the camera, but we can't call it camera. So what are we calling it then? Thing that observes the screen? No. Just we are referring the camera, so we name this camera reference. Camera ref. It's just a name to avoid that we name it camera, because camera is a reserved word and we can't use that. So now we fixed one warning. And now you might say, hey, that took a lot of time. It seems to be really annoying. But going through this is going to be the same thing now over and over again. And now it's fixing time. So now that I explained a little bit, I don't have to do much brain work now. Now this is just grind, to be honest. I call it grind. Now you can call it whatever you like, to be honest. And I'm going to fix my code now and get rid of all warnings. Let's go. So this was inline particle system is reserved. Let's go and call it particle system references. Oh, and we can just do that because it's a private variable. It's handy. Now the warnings disappeared, but they're going to show up again because do they want me to wait everything today? I don't want to wait. Going to recompile now when we press enter, and then we can just click the next error message. Now this is a little bit tedious because it's going to compile every time, so we cannot go through this with super speed. This is a little bit annoying. Now I think there should be a way to do this inside of Rider. Unfortunately, there's also warnings in Rider, and we're not going to fix them. Why is that so? So when I started this project, these private variables, you see they all throw a warning. And this warning comes from the naming convention. Now, Rider wants us to use a lowercase first, for the naming convention, and I just didn't do that. I looked up the naming convention at that time, and it said, hey, just use whatever you like. It going with this style of code. It's a style. This doesn't change the logic. It's not intelligent. It's just a style. This doesn't do anything, except that if you're going through the code later, you can see from this. What is this, lowercase? No, it's I should know this. Yeah, I should know this, but I don't know. The sign is called. Come on, what's the name of that sign? I need to look it up. Fine. What is this? Oh, come on! Just tell me what this is called. I think it's underscore. It's underscore. Yeah, it's an underscore. That's pretty basic. No, don't open. That was a misclick. Sorry, I shouldn't show WhatsApp publicly, even though there's nothing inside there to hide from me, because I don't even use WhatsApp really, except for meeting organizing sport events. So yeah, I don't really use WhatsApp, but nonetheless I shouldn't show it just because. The same thing if you have a girlfriend, for example, and she says, hey, show me your WhatsApp. Don't show it. It's just because it's privacy. It's not good practice. You should just trust each other and not waste your time about those not important things, just to show that you're not fighting with another girl or something. My opinion, you should try to fixate on the real problems, not on imaginary problems. Except if you really have a problem with having multiple friends, which, to be honest, is more think of. And that's not a thing that most men do. It's more a thing that statistically is more often from the female side. They're often here. But check that. Maybe I don't want to spread fake news though. And I should also focus on the topic, yeah. So let's get going. So I was fixing a typo here, but I wanted to fix this word. Collider is reserved. I'm going to name this call. This is going to save this. To make one less warning. Okay, now another camera reference that we have to clear. And by going through the code, I'm just trying to improve as much as I can. I will not skip any error that I see. I'm just not cleaning everything right now, because that's going to be another stream. It's not going to be interesting, to be honest, but yeah, maybe we can try to talk a little bit. And here another renderer. Renderer is a reserved word. Call this renderer reference. It's private, so we don't need to do anything. There's public integer, but this looks fine. This is exactly what I want to see. Like nice, clean public integer, public variables, public and private is separated. There's no protected here, like nothing with abstract classes or nothing fancy, but this is good enough and this should fly. Yeah, and I just saw things, to be honest, again, like people separating these into subgroups. Ah, that's cringe. Sorry, man. I don't like when you separate these variables. It's enough to read through those when you're just quickly trying to find a variable what you defined and what is this class doing. And when people separate these variables, I'm absolutely not a fan of having this in multiple rows, like multiple 50 rows, something, so that you have to scroll down. Then you should just use more classes and split the class, in my opinion. It shouldn't get much bigger than this though. So this is in the maximum size that a script should take. Maybe a little bit more. I would say 50 variables, just definitions, is okay. But if it gets any bigger, then it's you should have split the script already, which is something that we will do with the player script at one point, because right now the player script is not looking too good. Okay, now I also see why I didn't do this before. This is now a little bit more easy to do because I've needed a new faster PC. And with a new faster PC, what happens is, this time that I'm sitting here and it's recompiling every time is cut down. It's shorter and more enjoyable. That's great. Okay, so go fix an error. We are down to 20 warnings and we are going for 0, of course. Yeah. And why did I do this? It's renderer. You can also call this as render. I think it's a little bit it's not important how you name this. Just you need to understand what this is, and this is a sprite renderer. I normally call this as renderer or something, and just don't use a reserved word. Sometimes it's a little bit confusing. And this is nothing big that I'm doing here. Really not a big thing. Calling the collider call just because you see call a lot. There's no logic sometimes when you're using a short term like call for collider. So something that I really don't like, it's felt value. I really don't like felt values. I really like real values. You know what I mean. And there's a camera. And I'm going to name camera with. And there's private fields that are not declared private. They are private though. It's just not that stylish. So when you always write before the variable if it's private or not, you get kind of a feeling like when to use what. Yeah. And in my case, it's always, in this game, it's always private and public. But in other projects, I also use protected a lot for just inheritance. Just saying, hey, there's animals like wolf, bird, dog, and you just make a class above them and say it's abstract. Bird, dog, I've forgotten the third. They are all animals, and then you have the animal class which inherits some methods to all these animals. It's something that I should also have done in this project. However, as I said, in this project, this is really my first big project, and I was quite a little bit newbie back then, and yeah, you just develop yourself. So this task should not be async. It's not awaiting anything. No. So I don't know. Just right-clicked it and just tell me what to do, please, compiler. Sometimes it works. Sometimes. So what does it say? Left side is never used, I think. Is assigned but never used. Okay, but I want this. So I want this left side. So what this is an assassin. He's going from the left to right side, but I want this to not run over. Because it's just a saving when he's on the left side and when he's on the right side. And it says, yeah, you save when he's on the left side, but you never do anything with that. And that's not right. You shouldn't have something that you don't use. But I say, hey, I'm thinking a little bit for the future. I might go back anytime and go and do something when he's on the left side. And for that, I don't want you to warn me. So, C# ignore warning variable. How do we do this to suppress this warning? And you see, this is how you do it. This is the one. Field XYZ is never used. They explain it here. Use this code and then put your variable inside. Okay, let's do this. Sounds easy enough. Now I don't like what it does here. It should look like this. Then it's private bool. Put it inside. This is going to be left side. Going to fix the syntax though. And here we go. Now let's see if the error is fixed. Yeah, it's fixed. Doesn't throw an error. And let's just leave a comment. You never use it, but maybe. But would be nice if to have if needed later. Saves when assassin is left. Just to make a comment, why is there this weird pragma thing? Let's put it down. Let's put it down so it's not in the middle of everywhere. Put it here, so we can actually see what's going on here. Yeah, because if it's in the middle of everything, it's like, hey, well, it was easy to miss. Now this way it looks nicer.
Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on off.
I'm looking how to delete this. Not getting the option right now. Got some spam here. Nothing that I haven't seen before. I was a little bit excited. Hey, yeah, my first chat, and hey, it's a bot. But let's not get. decided here. I really have a problem with deleting this message. What the hell? Maybe I don't have admin tools enabled? That's weird. Can't delete this message. I think it was just symbol and a click where I could delete spam. I don't find where I can delete it. Like here, I have this, and this is the mod tool, and I don't find where I can delete this spam message. I can reply, and I can pin it, which I definitely not want, and yeah, I don't know what the hell. I can just remove it like this, I guess. But I can remove it like this, but it was not what I wanted. I just wanted to remove that specific message. Maybe the guy found a way around. I doubt it, to be honest. But whatever. It's the only message in the stream, so let's get going. Yeah. Hey, cool. The cat cam is still showing Miri sleeping. Okay, let's go. Let's make sure that Miri has something to eat to do tomorrow. Okay, that doesn't do anything what I'm doing here, because what I'm doing here is not getting me any money soon. It's getting me skill, so yeah, that's important for her. Need skill. My job. I always need to be the very top of the game to ensure that my work is really well done. And then Miri is going to get enough food. So, okay, looks like this warning disable did not work. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to Google that again. This is signed and will always have its never used. Okay, is it signed and is never used? Maybe that's even a different thing. Suppress. I know it's never used. It's a completely valid warning. And it's completely valid, and in most cases, people should remove the variable if this warning pops up. It's just that I say, hey, I could definitely use that variable later. Let's see. It's 0414, I guess. Let's just assume 0414. See if it disables the warning. The 0414, yeah. And I think that's it. And it looks better. It looks better. Not sure. I'm not sure. Could be my imagination. Could be that I'm wrong. But, well, maybe. Now this round 5, this is actually something else. It's kind of the same. It's not good code. I also want to suppress this. Now normally it would be like this. It's just put it down here. Private bool, the name of the bool. And then use this dogma. Just round 5. And now it should not throw an error. Okay, that's good. Luna, what's up? Come here. Come here. Luna. Ah. Careful, Luna. Yeah, I'm not used to that. Oh, not the keyboard, not the keyboard. Off you go. Yeah. So Luna is a little bit more into cuddling than Miri. And she's also demanding a little bit more attention. Are you? Yeah, she's now going around me. I can try to get the camera to show her. She's sniffing around now. Up there's Miri. She's sleeping right now. You can see her on the second cam. And then we have Luna. Luna? Don't go to the keyboard. She's seeing that I'm moving the camera, so I have to stay still now. She's sniffing the camera right now. Yeah. Now she's in front of me. I can't point the camera at her, unfortunately. You wouldn't see much because she's sniffing at the camera right now. I can try. No, she's. You can't see that. If I would try to show her right now, she would probably just change her position or sniff at the camera really close. So unfortunate. We just had a small glimpse at her. Really beautiful creature. Fine being. There she is. Probably doesn't realize what I'm doing here. Okay, let's continue. Probably I'm enjoying my cat more than other people. I enjoy having you by my side. Great Luna. Luna. Great. I will make you to a really strong predator. And probably not because you're always going to be inside, but I'm going to feel like one. So, what was I doing? Oh, what do I see? Illusion equals false. You don't need to assign it false because it's false by default. So the declaration false is obsolete, and then this also is not sorted. So this is a German class name. Luna. Hey. Okay. I really needed second cat cam, so my third cam, just to focus on Luna also a little bit. It's a little bit easy with Miri, because Miri is always up there, and she's really cute right now, sleeping there. But Luna is more active than Miri at daytime. Now Miri is actually a very consistent predator. Once she starts hunting, she's going to hunt down without any stopping until she gets to get her target. And she's really fast, and can change her not position, her rotation very fast. So she goes in circles really fast, sometimes faster than you expect to. And she also does jump attacks. She really does jump attacks. And I'm often surprised how fast she's triggered the jump attacks when I'm going with some toys around her, and I'm like, hey, you can catch me if I'm that far away from you. And she just takes a really fast leap at that and gets the target. I might like, oh, okay, that would work. So, player object, and this is actually the player script. I call it player char. Okay, let's go ahead. Luna is behind the monitor right now. I don't really like that too much because it's where all the cables are located. But fortunately, the cats don't eat the cables, which is really a given. Because then I would have to be worrying about a lot of things. But Miri tried, but I stopped her every time, and now she doesn't do that anymore. What they like is, they like this cable though, because I move it all the time, and then they see it and think it's something to play with, and try to bite it. And I kind of have problems to teach them not to do that. I can do, but in the end, their instincts are grabbing them, and they just fight it anyways. Okay, let's go on. So let's call this. Oh, this is never used. You can just remove it. Oh, Unity action. What am I doing here? Oh, interesting. And this is calling me when I activate this or not, but it's not used. In this case, it's kind of okay to not use it. And then we have these unity methods. Okay, I see. Unity action, yeah. This is how you register two methods without reflection. Oh, I've forgotten about that this even exists, unity action. Interesting. So this is this dev animation is never used. Okay. Probably just some copy pasted code. This is never used. Okay. Maybe it was important once, but it isn't anymore. And this whole method is not used. Or this whole script is not used, I think. No asset usages. And we can just delete this whole class. Let's delete the class. I think yeah, we are doing things different now, so let's just remove the class. You know? If you don't use it, delete it. Then we have this state. This state. Now I know all these problems because I fixed them before. The state also is something that I don't want to remove. Yeah. Saves when this is how when Nosferatu is in last round. And this state, I'm really surprised that it's not used. What does this state do? It's saving what this fist is doing right now. And for some reason we don't use that ever. Saves what the hand is doing right now, but not used. But would be nice if we need it later. Just goes through all the states, and it kind of works like, what is your next state? We are going to, if the and it just reads always the next state and ignores what state you are in, because when you're going into a state, it's going to tell from some conditions what is going to the next state, and it's really a nice state machine here. Works really nice. Just with the next state, so was really surprised that it worked that well. And you don't even need to save the current state, but I might want to do something special if I'm in some kind of state. Just these are two hands that can clap, that can punch you. And I don't know if there's going to be a case where I need that. It would be nice to have if I want to say if the other hand is trying to stomp the player, then I have the ability, still have the ability to write some code to say stuff in that condition. Don't kill him when he's on top or something. When he's touching special finger. Yeah. It's a little bit weird that I didn't do that, because how do I do it then? I don't know. Oh, I guess it's a yield return. Yeah, that would be possible. Yeah, pretty sure it's a yield return in that case. Okay, so next, these are states. Really not a good state, and zooming is never used. I'm having a little bit of an issue with my mouse, to be honest. Oh, can I do this? I don't want to read into that. I don't care. You can write that code better, but why should I? Another solid. Okay, well, that's going to get weird. Luna is now behind the camera, and I hope she doesn't pull any plugs or get strangled in some cables. Oh no, she doesn't. Perfectly fine. Now she's at the window. She's at the window. Let's take a look. Is really what I'm doing the whole time. Seriously, I'm doing this the whole time. Just coding and looking at my cats. It's wonderful. Can do this the whole day. Let's take a look. There she is. Yeah. What is she doing? I think she wants to look outside of the window. But she can't. Probably. Could also that she's just trying out new things. Because she's hearing my voice and Luna is triggered by my voice. I don't know what it is about my voice, but whenever I speak, she's going to get active and do something. And when I'm just sitting here playing a game, not streaming, she's completely calm. It could also be that she actually wants to sleep and I'm disturbing her because I'm talking right now. That would be bad. But she doesn't seem to be mad at me, so I'm going ahead and help my cat to take a look out of my window. Luna. Okay, now she can look outside of the window. I think she just didn't make it. But you can't see her now. I can't see her now. Because she's behind the curtain. A jalousie. Let's get Sorry. Let's get going. We're really close, so game paused is never used. Let's find usages. It's only assigned. Yeah, this maybe not necessary. Because we can handle this in the user input control. And for everything else, it's more like we want to stop things right now and not have to check a boolean. So game pause is never needed in the character itself. So let's get going. I'll probably have to hit my cat again. Luna! Luna! Come here. Yeah, she had problems getting down from the window. No, she's really nervous. She's really nervous. Cause she knows something is going on. No. Nervous? So nervous. Yeah, she's kind of shy. Yeah. She's behaving weird. She's really nervous. Maybe she just wants food. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. So let's go on. I also want to wait. Okay, just was looking into some settings. I don't know what Luna is doing. Let's not worry too much. She's probably going to get used to me streaming. If not, I will have to stop streaming, but I don't think it's that bad. If I'm really annoying her that much, she can always go to another room, try to sleep. Maybe it seems to be fine. Well, her cat cam looks like she's looking around a little bit, like what's going on here. I think she's looking for Luna. She's looking for Luna. Oh, she sees that Luna is not around. Gets up. And what now? Hm? Na, wo ist Luna? Yeah. Now I'm missing a function where I can change the camera angle, but it's pretty much an improvised setup anyway, so it's not gonna go ahead yet. Also, that would be very expensive just to see the cat. Well, just to see the cat, and that's essential. Seeing the cat is, yeah. So now at this cross-platform input initialize. Is this ever used? When did I use? This is nothing that I did. I think someone imported this long ago. And there's nothing in here that doesn't look like I did it. I can probably just delete this script. I think this was put inside of the project by one of the guys before I left this. And oh, there goes the cat cam. So, yay! Can disable that for now. And they are over there. And the two cats, the corridor, looking at each other. This is something that we can show. Unfortunately, the zoom function is not that handy. And I guess they are going to play something right now. This is kind of the ritual. So Luna is going. She's kind of looking to Miri, and now Miri is going to follow. Now they are going to play hide and seek for a bit. And this is how it works. And later on, they are going to all of the rooms and trying to find each other. This is how the rules go. And then I hear them chasing each other through the whole apartment. Really exciting thing, I think. Okay, let's get going. And oh, there's German names. Desk. Chair. Now, seeing these as random note, you could say, hey, why you're fixing this, wasting time? Just say the rules demand. If I see something German, I have to fix something German. I don't have to go deep. I don't have to go deep, but when I see it, I'm going to fix it. That's how it goes. And I have to obey the rules. Especially when it's your own rules. If you don't obey your own rules, go fuck yourself. You're not going to be successful in life. Import normal. I can hear the cats behind me. They're doing something, but I can't show it because yeah, they're pretty much playing now. It's really cute when they do that. Okay, I think this is all the Jonans. I could fix classes, but that is going to take a little bit more time because then I think I'm going to lose the references, and losing the references comes with a lot of work. So let's not do that for now. And let's get going. So, cross-platform. This is the script. And one of them is from errors, but it's not open. Did I close that? Damn, I got too distracted by the cats. It's not good. Must focus. Cannot allow myself to get distracted that much. Okay, let's see. New error, come up. Error, throw yourself. It doesn't throw itself. It's bad. Now, at least we have 0 warnings. And that's a really, really nice feeling. But I know that sometimes these 2 scripts throw warnings, and it would be nice to get rid of that. Just to continue working on the game. Because I really want to get going. But I'm going to close the project and reopen it. Because I'm not sure how to trigger these warnings. Maybe reloading the project will do. Okay, the music stopped. Okay, the warnings are not thrown again. I don't like that. Okay, let's delete this platform input in the editor scripts. Because I really don't like having it there. Because I didn't... These are all things that I did put inside of there. And I don't need the script, and I don't want to have a script that doesn't do anything. Okay, now let's go ahead and play the first level of the game. And I think I have a game controller lying around here. Where is it? Well, that is a game controller, which is quite handy. Now in the input screen there's one error when you don't have this continue button enabled, because then it looks like I think there's a missing sprite there. But you only have 3 of the buttons, but there's an empty field where we have this continue button. This is something that we can test if we clear the player preferences. Okay, I've now connected a controller. Don't think... Oh yeah, I can use it. Plug and play very well. And we're going to start a new game. Now what we just saw there is that both characters showed sign that they were displaying their whole animation when we start to enable them first. Something that I might have to keep in mind. But it's not a big thing. And we have bigger things to fix. But on the other side, this is something that's in the first minutes. Everything, every little detail that happens in the first 5 minutes, that's the rule that I made myself, is going to be needed to be fixed very, very fast. Also, like this back button here does not have this shader rightfully set. And you see, this is not moving. But the button itself has an animation. The animation should play right now. Also don't like the animation anymore. I think it looks a little bit too cheesy. It's a little bit too obvious what we're doing there. It's just some noise on the button. I think we can prove that, yeah. So let's go ahead and get to our list. I'm also going to disable the music of the game. Even though the music is bad, but I'm going to I know the music too much. After that many years programming and that on the same game, it doesn't interest me anymore. I'm not interested in my music. Okay, what was the shortcut for displaying the mouse? Let's close this window. Unity editor, just show me the mouse. Okay, tell me the play mode. Play mode, what keys? These are not play mode. But 32 must know Unity hotkeys and shortcuts. 2022 cheat sheet. Okay, thank you. Editing, playback. Damn, where's the mouse? There's a shortcut for it, and I will need it a lot. Oh, come on. So I have no F5 now. It's no F. Control P is going to be play. Come on, hide my mouse. Just trying different keys there, and now I can't do any. Come on, give me the mouse. Give me my. Stop the play mode. Give me my mouse back. Okay, let's play again. What is the shortcut for showing my mouse? Unity play mode, unhide mouse. My mouse cursor disappears when I press play. Yeah, that's exactly my problem. But he doesn't realize that it's intentional. I use this one a lot. Oh, that's interesting. Use this one. Oh, I don't know. I've forgotten about this one. But I'm mostly a coder, so I don't need to do too many things with game objects. It's still handy. It's not bad. There's no control P. Come on, give me the hotkey. I just want the hotkey. Alt P. Oh, they don't do anything. Okay, no. No. I'm googling this, by the way, because I'm using this a lot. I think it's this one. No? No, it doesn't seem to be that one. Looks like this will be a tough nut to crack. But I'm not scared of nuts. Trying to different combinations. So I found pause. Okay. So it looks like I can't just unhide the mouse cursor. Even though I think I could. Oh, whatever. Let's go ahead and keep playing. Now we just saw that the characters in the beginning are starting in their jump animation and then fall down. And let's just say for today we are going to fix these issues in the character selection screen. And I also think that these two fields here, they're good that they are big, but I like a little bit too big. I think it's a little bit over the top. Or is it? It's maybe try out to change the layout a little bit. So the first thing that I want to do is to make sure that UI is being shown. And we can see here UI is not being shown. We still don't see anything in the main UI. So let's go ahead and see. There is the UI. And there's nothing enabled right now. So let's go ahead and look what happens. Yeah, there is our main menu. So the first thing that we want to fix is when we don't have this continue button. It's going to look like this. No, it's not. Then it's going to look like this without the text. It looks weird. Okay, so how do we reproduce this at first? First, let's delete the player prefabs. Clear all player prefabs. Okay. And we're going to undo our change here. And I really don't like my new mouse that much. It doesn't have the precision of a wireless mouse. And for some reason that I untoggle this. This is how it's supposed to be. And then the game controller should pick the right here. Okay, now the problem is, I see. So there's the continue button, but it's too dark. That's the problem. Okay, that's okay. I think we can fix this easily. Also, we now are hearing again the sound, the music. That's okay. So what happens? Why was this so dark? I think because disabled is... I would react. Let's hit play again and then play around with this disabled color. And for this, I don't want to have play mode and maximize. I want to have this in normally, so I can go ahead and change the values for this button here and see if this actually does anything. So does this change the button? No, it doesn't. So reverse the changes on that one. It doesn't do anything. So the button is disabled here. It says disabled. It's not toggled. If I toggle this on and off, nothing's happening. Can I select it now? Yeah, I can. Can select it, but it doesn't work. If I think this I cannot just do that while in play mode. Okay. So I want to know where I do this, and very important, I need to go to the toilet. Yeah, and then I can think a little bit harder. Actually, not going to the toilet can have a lot of benefit, because when you're not going to the toilet, the pressure is rising on you, and under pressure will work much better. Diamonds are made under pressure. Nonetheless, I'm going to the toilet right now. I'm not going to get to become a diamond today, I guess. So be right back, and after that we're going to fix this. Okay, there I'm back again. Sorry, I took a little bit longer than I expected. Forgot that I need to give my cats their last snack for today. Just trying out different fruits, all pretty new for them and me. And I'm just trying different fruits at the moment because I don't want to give them food anymore. I want them to have an auto feeder who does everything, and I don't want to be associated with food. I want them to assume that I'm doing something with food, but then they don't come to me and yell at me, give food, give food. And for that, I'm working hard on trying out different foods because they didn't accept the first dry foods that I gave them. And that was a big oof at the beginning because one of the cats really started a hunger strike because she didn't eat at all then. She tried, but also that she didn't digest very well with the food, so it's not her fault. Also, just she doesn't she doesn't like her body doesn't like dry food too much. So I'm trying out different sorts. Now, the first dry food that I've tried for them had wheat inside, and wheat is really a cheap way to just stretch the food. It's not any good for the cats. It's not bad either, but it's low quality, and they can under circumstances taste it that it's with wheat, and it can also be that they are allergic to wheat. Now I think they aren't. Luna isn't. She's the one who has problem with the wheat, but she doesn't like a dry food with wheat. And now I'm just trying to get down the last bit of this huge pack of dry food, and they're nearly through it, so they made that. I'm just feeding them, set their auto feeder to really low frequency. But when this food is through, I want to give them a new dry food, and for that I'm testing out dry foods right now. So just giving them different dry foods, and then see how they react, and which one they like, and which ones not. I have one that I think that they did like. The one right now, they seem to be kind of neutral about that. I think they would eat it, but could be that they eat it because I'm feeding them it, and that they don't like it out of the auto feeder because it's not tasty enough. And then I'm also trying out other fruits, dry fruits, just trying different sorts. I'm buying very small packages right now so that I don't waste them. And then I just hope that I can pick one. No, I actually can pick one because they, as I said, they seem to like the first one. And then I'm going to see which one I really get and buy for them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And now I say, am I making it too complicated for them? Am I making myself too many talks about the cats? I don't think so. Well, it's also not something that I should talk too much about. It's not an interesting topic. Let's go on. Okay, so we want to make this button not disappear. When we press play, button here, this checker goes to not enabled. Oh, and this is what's taking control. So we can actually just give it another color. It's weird because the alpha channels faded out. Really hard to come up with a color here that is different enough from the other two options. Yeah. Okay. Something is going to go and change the color of this image. So let's see the script, the pause UI. Where is it? It's here. I don't like that it's here. On the camera. And it has to have a color. It's going to change the color. Yeah, that's it. With it detects that we don't have scene, it's going to change the color. Okay, now I can put this on my second screen. Pick that grid. And so how do we do that? If we just change the buttons here, the buttons are going to look weird. Come on. Must be a better way. Or we could just disable the button. And change the sprite. So if we just say, hey, there's nothing ready to be loaded here, I'm just going to disable this button. And now we have this mess here. But we can fix this by just adjusting our sprite here. And that's going to be tedious. I think this is the clean way how to do this. The big thing that I don't like about it is this means we have to get into Adobe, and I don't have Adobe installed yet. Yeah, that's a big oof. But to be honest, that's the main reason why I don't do this right now. So I have to delay this. This is unfortunate. But if we delay this, we might forget it. This is why I don't want to delay it. So how do we not delay it? Is by writing it out into a list. So where is my list? Okay, this is. I now have to see, here. I know where it is. 2 new PC, and there's Schnelly stuff. Was it inside of here? I think. To-do list. Yeah. Oof. and license. Oh no. Oh no. I have the license on another account here. And I can't do it on stream. Okay, I'm going to disable the stream real short because licensing, something that I don't do in stream. Don't do it. It's just not good practice. Just going to look if I can make this happen here. And if not, damn, then I have to do it off stream. But okay, let's go. Continue. So I can go into just chatting for that time. Just saying, for as long as I do this, I'm going to just enable the camera because I'm not AFK. I'm just doing licensing. And okay, I'm through it. Okay, there was nothing really special about it. Just licensing stuff that I don't have any control about. Okay, now let's go, and this list is so long. This makes me sad seeing how long this list is. Now, at least I have a list, and the list is containing all the important stuff. So, inside of here goes Adobe. Hit Adobe, fix, start, menu, grid, when, no, save, in brackets, continue, button. What? Oh, I think the brackets triggered some kind of macro. Or maybe I did miss that there. Misclick. Okay, so I wasted my time. I didn't waste my time. I invested my time. You're trying to make a way to make this look good when we can't press the first button, but it doesn't look good where with any setting that I tried out. Yeah, we need this to be too dark if there's no if you can't press it, and that means it's better to just not display this button. If you are new to the game and you see this for the first time, it's okay if there's just new game options, exit game, and there's not a fourth button that is not used yet and where you probably are just going to get confused. Let's keep it simple. Okay, the next thing that I want to fix here is this material. And you might say that's crazy. Material looks kind of fine, and I say, oh, this material is a piece of shit. I really don't like this material. I think it looked maybe good back then, but it didn't age very well. And I know I can do this better, so I'm going to do it. So here is the button shader. This is the whole logic behind it, and somehow it's It's trying to do some stuff, but in the end, it's just some. I think the addition and everything is fine. It's just in the end some circles on the grid. That's the problem. That doesn't look nice at all. Yeah, you can see that it's just rotating stuff on the grid. First of all, we don't take into account the actual size of the button. And you could see this in the game when I was opening this menu. And you see this on this button here, the one below, which awkwardly is not as dark as this button here. I think the buttons are a little bit different. And this button in bright looks nearly as bright as this button. I'm not even sure if there's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference. I think this button is just a little bit bugged. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not as black as it should be. This button, I have to look into this button why it's behaving differently. But what I actually wanted to show is that, and you can see that in Maximize much better, that the effect on it doesn't scale very well. Like there's the same effect on the button and it looks like it's not even moving. It is moving. No, I think it's not moving. I think it's not even moving. So let's go to the character selection. And let's, before we do the shader, because the shader is a big thing, let's try to fix this whole screen first, because this is going to get much faster. So character selection. We have a male and female. We have this drop down and this drop down menu and this back. I think it just should take this normal color, copy the hexadecimal and put it into the back button. This way, and they look similar. Let's see. Oh, it has the material. Still, it looks weird. Why? Wider button. Wider button. Scale adjust. Oh, it's just done with per hand. Okay. 0.01. And for some reason the unscaled time is ridiculously high. Okay, now they look a little bit more similar. Okay, that fixes that one. Yeah, that was an easy fix. Still don't like what it does. It's a scale adjustment. That's improvement. Okay. So now let's look into the shader. Oh no, before we look into the shader, because this is going to be the last thing that we do, let's go ahead and look into the female male selection screen, and as I said, it looks like it's just a little bit too big. And it's this image. It's around them, so we can only scale them with this image. No, we don't need to do that, since we can just scale them up again. But let's scale them down. Where's the image? It's really on this one. So if I deactivate this image, it's going to get bigger or smaller. And it's just make them a little bit smaller. Just say it's okay. I like it that it's big, but I felt like it was a little bit too big. Just a little bit. Okay, now how do I anchor them? How are they anchored? Oh yeah, with anchors, I guess. So I think I calculated them. Oh yeah, I calculate them, that's right. So let's not scale them like how you traditionally do this. Now this is the first time I regret not doing this with some sort of scale. What should I do? Oh, I think I scaled up the buttons. Something's weird. There's things all over the place. It's just reverse a lot. Okay. So their ground checks are here. They don't use ground checks in the character selection menu. So it doesn't matter at all. So what's happening? Let's first scale them down. So let's say I want you to start more from the left. From the middle, the center. Oh, then you're going to get scaled down like this. Interesting. And let's give you less room here. One less on each side. That's not good. So let's go to one less in total. Now the character is too big. Okay. Okay, go for. So we could let it stay like that. It's hard to judge right now. Got problems judging that. So I need to make this into windows. Bad for streaming, but I need to see what I'm doing. I need to see the result, and I need to see it exactly. I can't guess it right now. So let's see. I don't want to see any kind of help here. Okay, I think it looks just better if I do it more slim. It's quite some improvement right there. I do it slim. Not that slim. Oh, Facebook, I have 8 messages, which are, by the way, not messages. It's just some kind of, I don't even know what I have there. Okay, I think this pretty much fixes a little bit of the problem. Like, it looked a little bit odd. Okay, I think this is better. Yeah. Now, another thing is that in game it looks different. Oh, but it doesn't look that different because I have to take into account on my other screen it looks different because of the brightness. So, okay. So let's go back into the editor. I'm learning things. I'm still learning. It's tough, but we can do it. Okay. Hi, Miri. Now my cats are not sleeping anymore, so no cat cam. But one is like both are like behind me. It's a little bit unfortunate for the cam because I have a fixed position where Miri is usually sleeping. I can just put a cam in front and then show her, but she likes to do her own stuff, I guess. I can show her. Cat cam. Come on, let's go. And she's on the ground, right there. She's playing with that roller coaster thing. You can see the other cat. Really hard to see though. She's sleeping there. Like, okay, now it's really hard to... There's the other cat. She's sleeping right now. Doing her stuff, and she's doing her stuff. Come on, play with it. And I'm really fortunate that they play with the toy, because I really like that they play with toys that don't have to do anything with food, because that is a really big problem. They only play for the food, and they can't get dumped because they only try to get food in everything they do. When they play, they think about food, and that's not good. And that's why I keep a big eye on having them as much snack free as I can. The only time they get snack, it's for special games, and even that is something that I'm really skeptical about. That it's good for them to have special games. Okay, looks like they are not playing much, so let's get going. And I'm getting distracted. Looks like I'm not going to get finished with doing something in the shader rift today because of that. So we fixed this button, we fixed the layout, which is good. This is some progress. And now we can... Oh, Miri is here. Miri doesn't like to get on my hand. But I have to pick her up now. She doesn't like that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just want her to get used to that a little bit. Come on. Okay. Calm down. Okay. She calmed down. It's important to let her go, so she doesn't think bad of me for doing that. And it's also important that she calms down. If she's going into panic, she's going to associate the panic with that. Just want her to get used to me picking her up. And she's doing great progress. When I started with her, she wouldn't let me do anything to her at all. And I'm trying to daily pick her up. So she gets used to being on my lap, or maybe carrying her around when I have to. Sometimes I need to carry her around when she's stuck somewhere and she's climbing up somewhere where she's not supposed to be. If she needs help, then I need to pick her up. I can't have her having a panic attack every time. I think I didn't pick her up very good. That's why she panicked a little bit harder than she used to. Or maybe I should have warmed her up with more petting before. Should also be, yeah, there could also be a good technique to warm her up when I'm picking her up, so she gets used to just human things. And she doesn't need to be like Luna, wanted to cuddle every time, going on my lap and wanting to get petting, getting pet. But it's just much better when she's at least not scared and she has a choice. And as long as her instinct just tell her no, don't get close to me, it's not a choice. Now she's not scared of me at all. She doesn't like to be picked up, to be clear. And I'm just trying my best. And this time was not good. Maybe it's because of the camera too. Okay, now let's get going. And now it's time. Shader time. Shader time. Shader time. Where's the shader? I had it somewhere open. Don't see it. Maybe I closed the shader, so let's reopen it again. It's a button shader. Button shader. Okay, there it is. This shader is going to be displayed every time that we have a button. It's nice, but I think this shader doesn't look that good. Just gets stretched into weird positions, and yeah, it's just some circles doing some stuff, and that's weird. I think it's better than no shader on the buttons, but it's not a good shader. I think the stretching is okay. Just how do we do this now? How do we do this more interesting? And I think the easiest way would be to instead have just one noise map that just do some stuff, to have two noise maps, use them on each other, have them doing different stuff, and then you have more randomness, because you just have you multiply random. Okay, so what do we have? So we have a dissolve effect. I don't think that's a dissolve effect. Let's remove that. So this is pretty much. Oh, we take first. It's good we take into account the textile size. I think we just. Oh, I do stretch these later, on purpose. That's good. So let's just say these are doing some stuff with the pixel size. Let's see what happens if I change this integer here. Okay, then it's going to stretch it wide or not. Oh, that's interesting. Come on, let's... Okay, so this is going to multiply the height. And I think with this, if I save it now, the button shader should have displayed... should display round noise on them. No, it's round. Okay, so it was on purpose. It's good. It's really good because it makes it a little bit easier. So I think before it looked a little too forced. Let's go for a different value here and then ignore that. So what are we doing here is we're using time. We're using time. I think we're using time or unscaled time. Maximum. Oh yeah, we're using... I think we can just use maximum time. Oh, I think we need to use the maximum for the preview. So what we use actually is unscaled time because we are with buttons. However, with unscaled time we don't have a preview. So we use the maximum of the two. We never use this time at one time. Then we are going to use unscaled time because the buttons are going to run in unscaled time. When you pause the game, time is going to be stopped. Unscaled time is not going to be stopped. So we want to use unscaled time for the UI, but we need time to see the preview. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Okay, let's also start to make groups here because I'm explaining this stuff because I documented this poorly the first time I did it. Group selection. Get size and stretch with a bit. Okay. And this adds 100. I think this just adds 100, so we don't start at 0, which is, yeah, okay. Let's just say use unscaled time for one time for preview. Yeah. Have a comment about that. Save this. And then we have this world position multiply. It doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. It has no output, so it gets stuck. Let's delete it. And then we have the noise stuff. We are through with this. We have also another node that doesn't do stuff. We have vector 2. And it multiplies. Okay, it multiplies x and y. I don't know why, but let's just ignore that and take what we get. Let's just take what we get and ignore it. There's the scale adjustment. This is something that we can do later. Okay. Then it blends in its cells and its other output. Can change that. And the cells are going to look like this, and if you blend it together with the actual output, just like this, can make look this weird. Oh, I don't really want this. So 0.5. Kimiri. She's trying to get up here now. But Miu has a weird thing. She doesn't like to be on my lap, but she likes to be on my lap when it's under the blanket. So if I have a blanket, she's trying to get underneath it, even though if I'm there. But if it's not under the blanket, she's scared. So just maybe she's scared of people. Okay, now I think 0.5 doesn't do much, to be honest. There's not much change here. I think this blend here is bullshit. Let's instead copy this Voronoi, all the stuff inside, and use another time for this. So how do we do that? And then we blend those two together. We were going to blend this one. Yeah, now we blend those two together. Now they essentially do the same stuff. That's why it's just pitch black and pitch white. It's not good. That's not what I want. Now I have to make sure that both are at a different position. And how can I do that? There's two things. I could try to change this cell density. But when I do that, let's try to do that. Scale adjust. Yeah, that's not going to fly. And I will have different noises with different scales. That could maybe work. Let's just try it out, I guess. So if you have a big one and there's a lot of like small ones, maybe it will look weird, which is what we want. Okay, let's. Now this will double the size. Oh, okay. And you just see that this looks more random. It's harder to determine what's happening there. It's all moving at the same speed, which is maybe nice. But it's hard to understand the pattern. And this is what I want. Because the pattern is basically changed. It's just increase the actual size of these things. For some reason I can't use my use any keys here. Okay, let's go for very big first. Save the asset, and then I'm just going to look at the game, and what do we see? It kind of looks like... Is it this white? I don't know. I just don't know. Really. I have no idea if this is a good idea or not. Oh, it also is not the same size as here. Here it's really big. But it isn't inside of the game. Because the shaders use their own scale adjust variable. So it's not like, oh, I stretched it. Okay, but it looks interesting nonetheless. And that's the only thing that I want. I want it to be interesting, but I don't want it to be obviously just some circles that go in circles. I want them to be hard to guess what it is. Yeah, to have that kind of mystical feeling to them. And right now I feel like we're going into the right direction. It's hard. I don't like it when it's white. I think it's too active in the dark ones and not active enough in the white one. Because I noticed it very hard here, but I hardly recognize it in the bright ones. But I think the randomness is okay. The randomness is definitely okay. Yeah, it's definitely... Let's say it like this. For now, I think this is good. Some definitely improvement. The randomness, but maybe tomorrow I will say, okay, it's not, I can see what I did there, so I need to sleep over that part there. What I don't like is the dark parts here are not dark enough. So let's see what I did there. So it's clamped. It's clamped in a really weird way. What the hell? Oh, and then it is added on top. And blended together in a really weird way. So it looks like I didn't know how to do this. So there's a combine this. So this is the sample texture. Should be up here. This is an original picture. And first, this is the nice part. I filter out the border here because I want this effect here, but I don't want this on the border. So what I basically do is, because this is all red, I know that nothing on the blue channel is going to be this border. And this is how I easily can say, hey, on the blue channel, I see this border, just subtract it from the effect. Yeah? Okay, this is good. So we basically multiply this on top here. Subtract the border, then we have this. Then we clamp it. I don't know about that one. And then we add it on top. And I think the addition is not that good. Okay, what if we clamp it and we say we allow -1? Is it going to go darker? Oh, that's interesting. Then it's going to be added on the border. Okay, that's something that I didn't expect. Oh, because I think... Because we subtracted this from this one, think there's still some values in there, okay? So we can't do that. Oh, and it's already clamped. Yeah, I can clamp it here, but that won't do what I want. And now if I would put in minus, 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 would possibly get this to be darker? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay, this is just a mathematical solution. So how do we get this? I just want the dark parts to be a little bit darker and the bright parts to be a little bit brighter in the end. So we have this kind of effect on top of the actual, this is the actual sprite. How do we do that? Just want to have this effect on top of this. And what we need to do here is not to add it, but to multiply it. So we have, so the effect will be much stronger when we multiply this. However, this will look off. I think it will look very much off. Let's just see what happens. Okay. It doesn't. Oh, we need to add the blue channel back again. Oof. So in the end we need to add the blue channel and we have the border again. Oh, and then we can blend it. Okay, I don't know. Let's take a look how the buttons are looking in the game right now, and I'm really excited to see that because it just looks weird. We've made a lot of steps here, and now they really look weird. Oh, interesting. I think the effect is a little bit too big. Yeah, it looks interesting. Really dark. A bit too dark. Need to brighten it up a little bit. But because it's a step in the right direction. Let's put it like that. So this is why it takes a lot of time to make shader graphs, and there's not a lot of people who can do that. It's mathematical, so a lot of people are out, but it's also very, very artistic, and then the other half of people is out, and then it's also tedious work. You have to put in a lot of work, and then another half of people is out, and then you have only a couple of key people who keep working on the shader graphs. This is what I think. So how do we do this well? So I think the add node should be the last node we have. Because let's just do stuff, and in the end just add back the border. Just put it like that. Go back to the game. I'm going to maybe have the game on my second screen, so I don't have to look at it all the time. And now the dark part, now you can really see what's happening there. Okay. So first of all, I need a third layer of Voronoi, which with a different size again. And we're just going to keep adding the size of this effect. And the next thing that we want to do is also to copy this node and blend this with the output of this Voronoi. So this is going to give us even more randomness. Yeah, because what I could see on my screen is that it didn't look that random. It just didn't look that random, and that's not acceptable. Now I look at my second screen and it looks really like I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, and that's all I want. I don't want me to know what's going on there now. Starting to be a little bit hard to guess what's going on. Okay, so now I want the red part and only the red part. I want this middle part to be here, and I never want this to be 0. I never want it to be pitch black. I think the pitch black part is too much. So how do I do this? I pretty much want this. But just a bit of it. Yeah? Add it on top of this. So create a node add. Let's multiply this. Oh god, this is the only thing where I really would love to code this. Multiply it, put those two together, and add them up. And how do we get a darker result when we are multiplying and adding? Are these negative values from the start? What the hell is going on? Let's multiply by 1 first. Okay, just doesn't like if we multiply with the low. Come on, we edit the field. Seems it doesn't like if we have a low value there. Okay. And I think I like this. Let's save it and take a look in game. I think we're close. I think it's not white enough. Yeah, you can see it looks kind of weird. Let's press play. It's an improvement. I think the last thing that we need to do is to make the white parts brighter, and we're done. No, so this doesn't move for some reason. This does. This is something that we can. Oh, holy shit! This looks like it's moving later. Okay. But I really like the shader so far. It's just that the bright version, when it's lightening up, is a little bit too dark. So although my only complaint about it. So how do we do this? So then there would be two ways how to do this. Just add more of the original in there. That would be easy. And now we are doing, but of course we are not going to do that because we're doing this the hard way. And what we want to do is, is it square root? No, square. SQ square root. See what happens? It's going to get much brighter. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and we want... God damn it, we want to clamp it in the end. Is this clamping doing anything? Not really. So we can skip this clamp mode. So in the end we want just to clean this up. So right now you see that it's looking weird. And we can just do this subtraction here. And do it at the end. Before we add them back together. It seems it doesn't like that. I want to subtract this, and I want this to subtract. What is vector 4? So why can't I do this? Okay, get a new subtraction. Okay, now the node seems to have been broken. And put it into the end node. This is weird. It's also not moving. It's not moving anymore. Okay, now it's moving. And it's weird that we have this. We have to do more math, I guess. I know a way, but it's going to be a lot of math. That's not good. Yeah. So the problem is pretty much I want this to be not visible in the end, and I failed at subtracting it completely after doing stuff with it. So I got an idea. We're subtracting it. and then clamps the subtraction. So this doesn't make sense yet, but now it does. But the subtraction is not strong enough. What if I can filter out that and make sure that I only have this part? Let's first multiply this by a lot. And what is going to happen is I just want to have one float here. Float. It's going to be, you see this middle part? This is bad, I guess. So before we multiply, we have to make sure that we don't multiply, that there's no values that are very low. So we have to clamp it first. It's actually its maximum. Is it? I don't know. I don't know, I've forgotten. So maximum load. Now if I increase it, it's going to get white. Yeah. No, I need to clamp it. Let's clamp. I only want to allow values between two floats. It's black. That's a bug. It's not black actually. Because if I plug it in here and change this value, it's going to magically appear. So yeah, we're still doing stuff. So what is this for? Now I can increase this value and everything will be fucked. Fuck. Now I need to filter out everything under a certain value. And this doesn't do anything. So what about minimum? Last try minimum. Trying out a little bit too many things instead of knowing. Never a good sign. It's not filtering. It's not filtering the value. I need to... and then how do we filter out? Okay, let's do it even more cheesy. Okay. Let's say we clamp it. And before we clamp, we're just doing a subtraction. Everything that will be minus will then be 0. Yeah, okay, that's actually going to work. So how much do we want to subtract? You just want small value to subtract, clamp it, and multiply in the end. We don't get anything. It's weird. Not sure if the graph is right. Let's see. So this clamp should have... Look, it looks fine. Everything looks fine. So let's say if I put in 0 here. Yeah, it's pretty much bugged. We should be able to see something here, and we don't. Pretty sure it's bugged. Because this doesn't make any sense here. We don't do anything in this subtraction, but if I plug it in here, it's different, even though we don't do anything. So oh no, it works. Maybe I plugged in something wrong. Yes, it was that. Then just had the impression. And now if I just subtract a very tiny number, I can make sure that everything that is below that number is just filtered out. And then I just get the border. That's what I want. And then I can, in the end, when I've done all of that, then I can use the subtraction node, subtract this, and voila. I need to be more careful here. Okay. Well, I think the 0.03 is as fast as we can go. And now we have fire red. It's not the result that I wanted. Square root. Just save it because it looks interesting. And look into the game. Let's play the game. And if this game was about dragons, I would say that it would be very, very good. Now, unfortunately, we can't play. Oh, we can. Just doesn't react to my keyboard anymore. Weird bug, but I think that's... We can ignore that for now. This button is brighter than this button. But I think it's really a nice color. It's really a nice color. And unfortunately, this is not a dragon game. This is for a dragon game or more human game. It would be nice, but I want to go and dip into that vampire blood feel, and we just need to go for simple themes, and that is blood. Yeah, it's not complicated. It's not complicated. It's not a very how would I say? It's not a very complicated and artistically deep theme, but it's a very strong theme, and that's why let's just go for it. Don't need to try too many things. So square root didn't work. Let's go into math and just look if I see something that's going to power. Yeah, power. I think power was what I actually wanted. And then I think about it, and don't have a preview yet. And everything is yeah. Since every value here is under 1, we need to add, before we power, we need to add 1 and subtract it again. Oh, okay. Add 1. Add just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we have it right. Power. And add -1. And what this will do is just make the whole picture a little bit stronger. Okay, now we can actually say let's not power it by 2. Or let's not add 1. Come on, because we need float. I'm going to copy float because we're using it a lot. Instead of saying add 1, let's add 0.5 and subtract that again. And where's that last note here? Oh. Then this is why I really don't like shader graphs. Every time I just do amazing stuff, but I'm just running out of space again and again. Push these away from each other, and it's just a mess. My bad, my fault, but yeah, I don't like it. And that's my right as a developer to not like things. Okay, now we have this. And what I did is make the dark parts darker, bright parts brighter. Now okay, you can play around with this a little bit, but let's save it for now and look again into the game. And I think we are done in 10 minutes. These are the last twice. Yeah, I think it's too dark. So we need to increase the size later. It's too dark overall, so it's easy. And let's go ahead and play 0.75 addition and subtraction, and everything will now be brighter. You could also go ahead and not clamp it in the end, so it even blooms. Not sure if that's a good idea though. So let's do it. So now it actually could theoretically bloom. Don't think it will bloom, but just see what happens. Oh, it doesn't bloom. Yeah. Okay, now the only thing that I want to change is make it bigger. Yeah, and we're done. So let's go ahead and show how it's looking in game. And can we select maybe one of them, please? I want to have a good preview when I'm working with these. Can I show selected? What is this null color? This is selected. I guess. I think this is selected, okay. I'm going to reverse that later by just putting in the values again. And now I have to go into the material and scale time 0. Make it bigger. And I think that looks quite alright. And it could be a little bit brighter, I think. I also don't like that every button is the same, but I tried to fix that once and it didn't work. It's a little bit too obvious that every button has the same shader. So I have to kind of go through every button and fix them. Okay, now I'm going to the graph and just increase the brightness just a little bit more. Was it 0, 7, 8, 7, 5? I'm going for 0, 8, 5. Now this should be very bright. Yeah. I think the others have to be a little bit darker. I don't know. Oh, God damn it. Choices. So I now think that I think I'm going to redecide again so many times. Come on, this is so hard to decide. But I can't make a new choice every time. I need to pick this now. Need to make the decision. I really like when it's disabled, but I think it's a little bit too bright then. So yeah, I think the selected button is a little bit hard to guess which one is selected. But aside from this, it looks with these buttons it looks really nice. These buttons here I have to fix the timing here. What the hell is happening there? I don't understand why one of them is just not doing anything. Yeah. Fuck. So now it seems like I can't end the stream yet. I need to fix the buttons. And I need to fix a lot of things. So I don't understand why they don't start at the same time. If I put this time to 0. It's not doing anything. Yeah, it's not changing anything. So the first thing that I want to do is keep in mind that the old value was 0.7 and the new one is 0.2. And I'm going to all of these now. But this is the drop down just in front of me. And bigger it's also not uninteresting. And now I have to guess how it looked in the normal scale. Oh, come on, why does this have to be that complicated? Now this, I can kind of guess the scale. Trying to get it right. I don't know, I think it's something like this. Just copy it. Okay. Now what this is the white button? It's white. I think this is the wider button. No, it's still the white button. No, it's a wider button. I guess. Yeah. And this should be somewhere around these values. It's okay if they don't have the same scale, whatever. Just has to fit somehow. Just has to fit. And then I have to go through every menu, and I will definitely say what kind of big idiot I am for doing all of this, because it will not look good, but it will look better. Yeah, nice. Let's go ahead. So the toggle right now is not doing anything. The toggle also has a shader, but it seems like it's not. It maybe is not activated. Maybe it's not activated. I think the toggle don't use a shader right now. Let's go ahead and look at it. Yeah, I think I tried out this material and it just didn't look good. Yeah, maybe I didn't get this to do anything. I think I saw something wiggle there, but that's it. and it just doesn't work. So let's maybe just reverse that until we don't use the material. Fine. The toggles are not, it's not important that the toggles have shaders. That's a little bit overkill, to be honest. But let's look at the sliders. Where are the sliders? And let's give this a value. And this is a shader. Also use the button shader. But as we can see, it's barely visible. Now we have to just guess a good value. I think that's too small. I think the 001 was good. This just looks like there's something going on. And later it's at this size, so it's barely noticeable. It's really barely noticeable. There's something going on. But it's not noticeable. And that's enough. So let's put this back. And go to the next option, menu. And look at the buttons there. So here we are done. Let's go to the control menu. And as we can see, these buttons here, they don't look good. I have to find the button. Which one is it? It's this one, and it's much smaller now. Find the right values. And let's go for 0.6. Yeah, it should be fine. And we're done. We're going for the credits. The small button here, which is nice because we haven't taken care of that small button. Now we have the chance to adjust it. Yeah, and we're done. That's it. Thanks again. And we're not... Yeah, we're pretty much done here. Let's go to scenes. Just join random scene. I just wonder where one of my cats disappeared. Oh, well, whatever. So let's go to scene 101. Save this. And after that we should see a little bit of difference. So what do we want in this scene? We actually only care for the UI. Where's the UI? There it is. And this part looks alright. And I'm just going through some special parts of it, like the secrets. I think there's only one button. And we already scaled that one. Okay, let's actually, what I'm doing is stupid. Need to go to the prefab and open it. And that's how it's supposed to be, because I don't want to make any changes here. Now let's go for, let's disable this. so I don't want to see it. And enables a skill tree. There's a small button over there. Anything else is not of interest. And then we have this description menu. That's also okay. Just putting a lot of work into button UIs. Level submenu. I think this is the last one. Yeah, that was what I was looking for. This button here. You see the effect inside of here. It has a different scale than the effect in the other buttons, and we have to just adjust that button shader in its scale. Yeah, like that. Now this uses exactly the same scale as these ones, and we're done. That's it. And now we can just make one more test from the main menu. And we then should be able to see what we changed. We don't want to save because we didn't do anything except to work on the prefab. So any changes that we do here was on the main menu, the prefab, where we don't want to avoid the prefab settings with the settings inside anything else. Okay, now, as I said, I think it's a little bit hard to see what kind of button we are at. It's easy to see which button we are at when you go up and down. Here it's really easy, but I think here in this menu it's a little bit hard to see. This has to be fixed. But this is yeah, here it's really hard to see which button is currently selected. We need to fix this now. Now let's select somebody. Go and play the game a little bit.
Away, evolve, become a great vampire.
Look into the menu. Okay, everything inside of there is okay. So far it's looking good. I think the game is overall a little bit dark. I'm not sure yet if it's a good idea to be that dark though. I think it needs more effects in the dark then. And that's pretty cool. Having bright effects in the dark, it's just dark mode. Just dark mode things. Okay, let's see. This is the last menu that I was looking for. Yeah, these buttons look okay. And here I would just go and play the game just like I normally would. Yeah. Okay.
This is the area where a vampire named
And
Blade
this
showed up.
scene
Find this monster
is
and
what
kill
we're
him.
going
The
to
Count is
do
also
next
there's a
time.
compound unit set. Let the hunt begin.
Because today is going to be finished now. Oh, we had this music on the whole time. Okay. Now the next scene has as a problem, and it's more in the gameplay of the first level. We did a lot of great stuff there. We did time map shifting and a lot of effects, and now we have to tone that down a little bit in the foreground layer, because sometimes you in the first level I had problems seeing the enemies, and the first level it's not a good sign, and it gets better in the game, but I have to fix it nonetheless. So oh dear, I'm really have to work on my position here. So, thank you for tuning in so far, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. For everybody who's interested in really hard stuff and really programmer stuff, you can learn something here. Mostly how much time it takes, and then you should probably move on to your own projects, but that's how it goes. And we are going to continue to do the grind. Tomorrow is not going to be the day where I stream again, because I'm going to have a sport event at the evening, and it's going to be next stream on Wednesday, and I'm really excited for that. I really like that we fixed a lot of errors, warnings, and we fixed the buttons. They look better now, the selection menu. These are just things that are in the first 5 minutes of the game, and I always continue to say the game is fine. I just have to work on the combat. I have to test the combat out. I have to do the parallax effect on the whole levels, and then it's just small stuff everywhere. It's a lot of work, but it can be a really great game. I just have to make sure that combat is actually fun, and I haven't tested that out. I'm actually stuck at my own combat right now, and that's not a good sign. Maybe I have to make it a little bit easier. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be great. So, see you after some time. Was nice to stream again, and I'm going to be online again on Wednesday, and then Thursday it's also going, yeah, every day pretty much. Only on Tuesday. Tuesday is never going to be a streaming day. So, see you again. Have a nice day. Schneddy out.